Good morning, dear loves. How are you doing today? I was thinking of not coming on today, but then I changed my mind. As you are seeing, everything is in real time. Time is a funny construct. Time is relevant and irrelevant. As we are a third dimensional living on a physical planet in a physical body, time is constructed so that we can have some kind of context. But looking at it from a perspective of going back millions and millions of years, that short time that we are here, hello Kavita, that short time that we are here is very important for us. Because every single moment that you are here and you are in a state of your heart or not is very important. So I was getting a download last night, this morning, however you look at it, wherever you are in the world. And one of them was the reason why it's important to stay in your love space, in your heart, in your bliss, and try to get there as often as possible is because what is happening right now on the outside, you can see, you can feel, you can imagine that there are so many forces that are trying to shift our trajectory. The light has won, we've heard that, yes. But in the meantime, every one of us is, as we know, connected. We are not our bodies, we are connected. But as we know, in the meantime, we are shifting out of our 3D, 4D reality into the fifth dimension. And what does that mean? Well, it means that you are going from this reality. You're going from this reality, yes, Eleanor, I will do that. You're going from this reality that you are in right now into a reality that is unknown by most of us, but is felt when you are in the heart space. So the interesting part is when you are in your heart space, guess what happens? You expand. And yesterday, if you look at the video I did yesterday, I took you on a trip to expand your heart beyond the universes. And that was pretty amazing. It's not a very long video yesterday, but that was a very good indicator of how you can expand your being, how you can expand, how you can feel amazingly one with all. So many of you that are coming on right now, I see it's almost like I'm looking at a looking glass and I'm seeing each one of you. And I'm feeling areas of you where communication is difficult. So as soon as that happens, I start coughing or sneezing. Because I'm feeling what's going on here, right? So communication, opening, expressing ourselves, opening our hearts, because that is the part of us that is, thank you, Elena, that is the part of us that is always going to be, not always, but many times we're tempted to close our hearts, because if we close our hearts, we can keep ourselves sane. But to open the heart is to be vulnerable. To open your heart is to be vulnerable. To speak your truth is to also, again, be vulnerable. But guess what? We are not here. We are not on this planet to be a puppet. We are here to make a difference. You guys, each one of you chose to come here. And when you go into your higher self and you start connecting with your higher self and finding out why you're here, I can say that 99% of the time, it is because you chose to be here and you chose to be on a higher frequency and you chose to share the love with the people. So I would like you just to take a deep breath right now and connect with your being. And if you do not know what chakras are, I would like you to just go into your heart center. We don't have to go into the other chakras. And I just want you to breathe for a while. And I want you to, through the top of your head, I want you to bring down the golden energy, that is the divine energy, bring it down into the heart so that you can open up your heart and clear your heart with this golden energy. And just let it roam around in your heart. And if you want to, you can put your hands on your heart. Put your hands on your heart. And breathe slowly. And what that does is it gives you time to settle down, time to reflect, time to go within. Because everything we're seeing on the outside is happening within each one of us. I had the dream, and this might affect some of you. I had the dream that as long as we do not treat each other and ourselves and our animals with respect, that is as long as we're going to be suffering. I know this sounds a little bit of a lower frequency when I say that. I know that very well. But I had a dream, it was almost like a nightmare. And I had a download that said to me that as long as we kill our animals to eat them, we're still going to continue with this lower frequency behavior on this planet. And some of you might know that we humans are also, I don't want to really go there, but I feel I need to. We humans are also being eaten by others. It is being cleared away. All of this that has been happening, it is being cleared away. But even though and right now what I'm saying to you, you can take it or you can leave it. Do not feel bad about it. Because as your ascension, as your frequency is rising, you're going to change the way you're going to change the way that you eat, you're going to change the way you think, and so on and so forth. It is not your fault. But you came onto this planet to make a difference. So it is not your fault that you are having certain habits, because they might have been programmed onto you. But it is your ability to shift out of that through raising your frequencies. Okay? I want you to take it as, something to think about. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. It doesn't have to resonate with you. But sometimes just sowing the seed is enough. I'd like to take a card now for Eleanor, because I know she has shared my feed here. And I can understand some of you that don't dare share. Some of you do not know me, but some of you that do have a hard time sharing because of the things you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And because of the fact that I'm always channeling, I don't know it either. So I have to excuse myself sometimes from things that come out. But it's done through love. And I was contacted as well by several beings from other galaxies. And that's what they were showing me. They were showing me that by us continuously with our wars, I know that there are a lot of wars that have been eliminated now, and there's a lot of peace going through, but we cannot expect to be 100% peace if there's still agendas playing out. And that's what's happening right now. There's still some agendas being played out. They are ridding them. I know that many galactic beings have been here to help us with this. And now I see a squirrel on my hammock. It totally, what in the world? That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, sorry about that. That was a little distraction. I think sometimes the animals come in to distract me because I have so many animals out here that live with me. So what I like to do is I'm going to take a card for humanity first. And that card is going to be a mystical card from the Mystical Wisdom card deck. Let's see what the animals have to say. Let's see what the mystics have to say. Good morning. Opportunity knocks. Go for it. Okay. Okay, let's get out of this meditative state and go do something, right? But it is interesting. I told you that there are several, good morning, there are several that are coming in and looking at us. I was being contacted by several galactic beings, and it almost looks like those galactic beings are looking at us and helping us raise our frequency. Just look at that beautiful, beautiful card. So opportunity knocks, go for it. Let's see what it says in the book here. Because I love to have that ability to, we have so many avenues we can take. New opportunities are coming your way, brilliant ideas, educational possibilities, new friends, expanding your potential and opening yourself to greater possibilities. You are a good team player and have gained respect from your work colleagues and peers. You have a good reason to feel proud of your achievements and attitudes towards yourself and others. Well, the more we unite as a human species, the more we stay in our hearts, the less we will be interfered by lower frequencies, because lower beings, they cannot take it when we're in our heart centers. When we are united in our heart centers, oh my goodness, we are not able to be dictated, if you will. Embrace this new endeavor with the raw creative energy. Go for it. It's time to dazzle yourself and stretch your wings and fly. And a mantra you could say is, I am open to new possibilities to expand my potential. And I love this card because it is so beautiful. It's almost like the vision that I had and the download that I had where I'm having these beings that are around trying to make sure that we don't kill ourselves through the nuclear weapons, that we don't literally kill ourselves through other means. And they're looking around, and they are unable to help us unless we ask them. They are unable to... Who are these people? Okay, well, there are some people that have come on here that I don't know. Anyway, so they're unable to open up to we have to open up our hearts so that we can connect with each other. Okay, so hi Steve. But let me tell you, let me go here to the reading that I was gonna do. Let's go here to Eleanor. Let me get you a card. Let me see what you're doing, Eleanor, because I see some people that were jumping on that I do not know how they came on in that respect. But let's just see here. Trying to fish for readings here. That's what I do. Go somewhere else. Oh my goodness, you gotta believe me. unbelievable, nothingness. Eleanor, so look at the card you're getting. Okay, this is called nothingness but everythingness. And this is what I'm really, really about. It's about connecting on the heart space, connecting with all that is. There is nothing that you are not. You are everything. But I'm gonna take one more just to make sure that I see what it is that you're wanting, because I feel on some level you're almost, it's almost like you're sitting and waiting for things to happen, but you already are. You know what I mean? You already are. And then I get the card that you're slowing down, for you to slow down. Maybe what they're asking, I feel almost they're asking you to slow down and find out what you really, really want. What you really inside deeply wish for. And when you do that, when you go in and you do that, then you are coming along and you are opening up for that part of you that really, really resonates. Because I feel, sometimes we are in a relationship, and it can be a relationship to work, to a person, to friends, and you're literally not wanting to to connect with them. You can't really connect with them anymore, or it just doesn't feel right anymore, or that you have to upgrade because you have opened up to a part of you that many people don't see, maybe, or maybe don't understand. You see? And if they don't understand, if they don't see, or if they're not on the level, maybe you're 5D or emerging 5D, and your friends are on 3D. You're working in a 3D job. Many people don't understand that, because if we work at 3D jobs, guess what happens? We have to constantly hold ourselves back, and I feel that was what was the throat that was coming here. The first three that came on, I could feel that there was like, I can't say what I want to say. I can't express myself, because what's going to happen is that they're going to look at me as if I'm crazy. Says me, who's sitting in the middle of telling you guys that I've just had extraterrestrials and I've had galactic beings come and tell me things that I'm telling you. I know. It doesn't really bother me anymore. I used to be like that. I used to feel that, oh my gosh, what are they going to think about me if I say these things? And so I didn't for the longest time. And I can tell you one thing. One of the best things that I ever did was write my book. And one of the second best things was after I wrote my book, I had nothing to hide. I was an open book. Take it or leave it. So I really say that is something that, oh, hi. I don't know. Steve, you're great. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about these other, Justine. Well, that would be, Steve, you're good. No, you're good. Justin, you're good. No, I'm just saying that the people that came in were trying to solicit. I don't know these people. Those people I don't know. You guys are good. No, you guys are good. It's just that sometimes in the feeds, and it happens every time I'm not on my. Yeah, Steve, same here. I don't really resonate, but it happens every time I go on live and I'm not in my highest, because I must say that, to tell you guys that unless we stop eating animals, we're going to continue with this bad stuff. And I'm like, oh, I didn't want to say that, right? Because it's like, I didn't want to go there. But there's a part of us humans that need to understand that everything we do has a consequence. And if we eat things that are having lower frequency, and I'm not a vegan, I'm telling you I'm not, because I'm having a hard time with that. I'm still eating eggs and stuff like that. But every time we and there are many people that feel differently. And if you resonate differently, that's completely fine. But this was the information that I got this morning. And I'm sticking out my head and telling you guys that they were showing me that for the beings that come into on this planet that are not from here and that are kind of devouring the beings that are on this planet, both human and animal, and we've heard about them. And this is not something that's not happening. It is happening. Yes, we are going to be clearing that more and more, but there is a way to look at it also, and that is, you know, that we can have a hey ADIO, please stop that, okay? Because you are do this on your own feed, please. So okay, well, that just goes to show you that sometimes it is, everybody's, look at that. Are you guys getting this too? Hello, Taylor. How are you? I'm just going to look at it a little bit funny here, because I'm saying, okay, what is the energy? Are we getting some energy that are lower frequency? Yes, that's why this is happening. How can I block her, Steve? Tell me how. Okay. I'm just going to let it go. Okay, you see it. Okay, good. That's good. Because I'm just going to, oh, that is crazy. Oh, my little doggy. Okay, that's the way it is today. It's a great day today. Okay, so Tate, let's go back to those that would like to share. Justine, let me get you a card here, Justine. Let's see what's happening with you. I like that name. I like many names. Rebirth, my dear. Definitely. And it's the same thing for our whole planet. We are going through a birthing canal. But if you look at the bottom, you see the bottom, and then you see the lion, and then you see the playing of the flute. So there's a lot of shift going on with you, my dear. And I'm sure many of you are saying, "Oh my gosh, I don't want that to happen. I'm tired of the change. We're tired of the change." I get you guys. I get what you're saying, but in order for us to let go of our skin, we have to let go of the old stuff, right? So, and that's what's happening right now. We are letting go of old ways of thinking, old ways of feeling. We're opening up to let our hearts completely expand and let our hearts clear, negativity. Because you're either in fear or in love. Okay, so when you're in fear, you're in a lower level, you're in doubt, you're in all this. But when you're in love, you're in expansive, you're possibilities. Like in the beginning of the card, we had the first card today was Opportunity Knocks, right? Opportunity knocks. Look at those beautiful beings watching Mother Earth and Mother Earth's people, right? So there's so much that is going on that is beautiful here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to see if I can block her later on. I can't do that while I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people are doing that. Okay, so Maria, I might have to go in and go into my settings. It's okay. Steve, you've never had a reading? Okay, Steve. If you've never had a reading, you need to share my feed. If you dare, I dare you. I dare you to share my feed. Because you have no idea what I'm going to share with. Okay. I'm just doing this for the world right now. Look at that. Let's connect. Let's open up to the world. Let's connect our hearts. Let's heal Mother Earth. In my last video, the one before here, which was yesterday, we were healing the world. Oh, I know, Eleanor. Det kender jeg godt. Jeg skal lige se, om jeg kan se resten, hvad der står her. Ja, Eleanor, det vil jeg også sige. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just gonna speak a little bit to Eleanor here. Det vil jeg også sige, men ved du hvad? Det er meget sværere, tror jeg også, når det er sådan, at man er i et lille land, hvor alle kender alle. Det er endnu sværere, end hvad jeg gør. Jeg bor jo her i USA på grund af, at her kan jeg være mere fri. Men min familie tror også, jeg er helt gag. Men bare sådan, så du ved det, det er helt okay. Det er bare en del af vores opvågning, og du er allerede vågen. Så jeg kan godt se, at du har... det er lidt sværere, når man er i et tættere samfund, kan man sige, sådan som man er i Danmark, ikke? Her i USA kan du være anonym, og så stadigvæk sige alle de her ting. Men danske familien kigger bare på mig, hold da helt op, hvad laver hun? Okay. Jeg vil bare give dig lidt sådan... og det, som også er interessant, det er, at hvis du bare bliver i dit, som du gør, så kommer de også at åbne til sidst. Okay, I'm going to go back to English for everybody else. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, we are the world, so we're here to open up to the amazing world we're living in. And it has people from all over it. It has beings from all over. But the stuff that I was telling you today, some of you might think, oh, well, I'm not going to give up my hamburgers. I'm not going to give up that. And I'm like, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking you to look at it. So, as you know, many of you have gone through churches, and as you know, what you do to someone else will do to you, or something like that, right? So, and that counts for a lot of what we are experiencing. If we are sending out love to people, to animals, to the beings, they're gonna... You dared me, you shared, good for you, Steve. What we also are doing is that we are opening up to allowing that love to flow. And when we do that, guess what happens? That's when everything starts shifting. We gotta, and no matter what, no matter who's in the White House right now or not, or in Castle Rock, no matter where anybody is right now, if we resist, this is going to persist longer. If we let go, and of course, yes, there are certain things that we need to become aware of and make the world aware of. But if you open up your hearts, the negativity cannot continue. That's just the law. That's one of the universal laws. Okay, so now I'm going to go back down. Steve, you shared. Let me see here. There was somebody else who wanted. Okay, Christine, for an upcoming trip. Let me just tune into you. Let me just see what you're seeing and feeling. Ooh, there are some things there that you're not happy about. So the kind of going on a trip feels good. Okay, Christine, it feels good. But it's the stuff around that you're not. I don't know if it's a person or if it's I almost feel like it's not you're gonna have to pay. Oh, this sounds weird, but you're gonna have to pay for the trip in some way. Does that make sense? I'm just getting that you want to go because you want to go travel. Who doesn't, right? But there's a certain there's something you don't want to give for that trip, or something that you feel that it could set it off in a wrong direction. I don't know. There's something about that trip that I would say. Let me get you a heart card. But my feelings are, you want to go because you want to go on a trip. But I'm not sure the company is where the person or the people are what you want to deal with. But let me just see what the card says. So it's not like a yes or no answer. It's a, I almost feel you have to compromise with that trip. Getting the card completion. And that can be taken in many ways. Is there a puzzle to that is missing, that you don't know, or that you feel that might come forward? Or is it that you need something from that trip to complete your life? Is there something like that going on? I'm going to take one more card because I look at it as you have to compromise on some level. And there's some old stuff that's left behind. So you have something that's old that's left behind. Is it an old relation? Is it an old feeling? Is it a feeling of am I worthy of this? Are we going there? Because I feel it's not giving me I'm getting like an ambivalent. I'm getting an ambivalent. Okay, they're asking you to look at it from a different. I'm getting that they're asking you to look at it from a different perspective. Have a new vision of it. 10, 11, 12. 1 and 2 is a 3. There's an aspect of this trip that is not a good fit. That's all I can say. It's almost like you want to go, but you know it's probably not the best thing to do. Does that make sense? Okay, Steve, we're going to go into you, my dear. Steve, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, I see on some level you're a happy-go-lucky. And then on another level, maybe a little bit, yeah. It's like you're keeping yourself back. They're showing me postponement. You're keeping yourself back. It's like, when I say happy-go-lucky, there's a part of you that is wanting to get out there, but there's a part of you that's holding yourself back. Because the first picture I got from you was like, life is good, but. So there's something that's holding you back, and I'm not really sure what that is. Let me just go on and check that out. Maybe there's something else coming here. Now I get the card friendliness. I get the card that you are friendly. I get the card, and I didn't just get the card, I feel that too. I think that there's something about you maybe losing your passion. And I'm looking at it as in life a little bit disappointed maybe. And that was one of the things I was going to talk to people about, or to you guys about today, was if you don't have the oomph, you don't feel that, that power to go forward, like the card says, opportunity knocks, and you're looking at it like, no, not really for me. I want you to go back in time to a time where you really were powerful going forward, and so on and so forth. Maybe that was a time when you were much more in your 3D version. And when you're in your 3D version, that's many times also because that's when you go get it. And then you end up later on, now in this life, I'm not that way anymore. I look at it, what feels right? Can I take a step in the right direction? And allow. And when I do that, actually gets much easier. Instead of efforting and pushing and I'm just allowing, opening my heart to it to come and going forwards towards it. Of course, we have to do something for it, but not in that old-fashioned way. And the same thing with relationships. Allowing that to unfold. Okay. Oh, Christine, where are you? Where are you, Christine? Are you in, where are you? Because, okay, so that was the issue. The COVID, oh, interesting. Okay, many of you guys are looking at this COVID as, and I respect the way you look at it. It's not, this is just my perspective, okay? So from the time you are in the US, okay, I know you have a lot of willpower. Now, from the time, I have to say to you, from the time, hello from Ireland. Yes. But where are you leaving to, Christine? Because, okay, let's look at COVID. I'm living in Texas right now. They have supposedly said that we don't have a mask mandate. And I was thinking, well, I haven't had a mask on from the beginning anyway. Aruba, ooh, yeah. Yeah, that, so you need to learn, Christine, you need to see what they are expecting of you before you go. Yeah, that's a big one. You don't want to be stuck anywhere. I can totally understand that. So make sure, it's a beautiful place though, and I can imagine you wanting to go. But I'm from Texas, and from the time that they started having these mask mandates and you had to have a mask on, I did not. So I would wear a mask underneath my chin. I would wear a mask hanging from one ear. Yes, I know, Jeanette. But I would not wear it over. And if I sometimes wore it over, it was just because there were two policemen standing there on the entrance. I would just have it, put it up there, and as soon as I got in, I just got off it again. So, but what I want to say is that there are a lot of mandates. This whole hoax has affected so many people. So when the Texas governor said that we're dropping the mask mandate, everybody's going in there up in arms, and I'm like, wait a minute, you guys want to wear masks? We didn't wear it a year ago. We had influenza. We had all kinds of things. The whole world was not wearing a mask. Why are we wanting to wear it now? And then I have a friend who does rifing technology, and I myself work with frequency generators. And from the beginning, I and 5 or 6 other people have been healing people that have gotten COVID. So I just want to tell you guys that, and as you are on my feed, if any of you get COVID, or your family, or your friends, direct message me, and I'll get a group together. We've been doing this from the beginning of last March, a year ago. For all the people that COVID, we heal them. Distance healing. So just so you know, that is the beauty of our advancement, our ascension, is that we can actually do that. Okay, I've taught several, and I have several magnificent healers that I work with, it's wonderful. Yes, exactly. We can do that. We've been doing that since for several hundreds of people that have said yes, please help. We've been helping them, and 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and we're done. Yeah, that's another thing, Steve. Having COVID but never getting sick or having symptoms. Thank you, Christine, and likewise. Likewise. So I'm just in this world here, and I put on as a child, I put on the healer person. So I would heal animals, and I grew up as an open channel. I just had all the information. It just came through me, and the information and the divine energies. But we all are, you see, we all are. We already all have this. This is not anything that I have specially. It's just that was my purpose when I came onto this planet, and it never has changed. It's always been the same. It's always been the same. So I would say that for all of you that are on this call right now, and who listen to it later on, understand that there's a purpose for you to be here. And most of the purposes that we have are because we are here to love and to be loved and to share the light. You see, if you look at, let's look at an ant. Yes, if you look at an ant hill, and this is very interesting because I have several out there, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Oh, wow. Hello, Terry. Love to all of you. So if we're looking at us living on a planet like we do, what about going down to a micro perspective? Look at an anthill. That is a complete community, a complete world, just that mound, and of course underneath, right? There's a lot we don't see. But they live inside of a bigger community, which is us on this planet. They don't see us probably. Just like we don't see what we are inside compared to the next macro level, right? And I was thinking about that because some of us have been wondering when are they going to come? When are the galactics going to come? When they've been here all the time. There hasn't been a time when they haven't been here. Because they're keeping an eye on how we are doing, not letting us annihilate ourselves. Because that would have such ramifications for the other planets and the other solar systems as well. And we've been trying to do that for a while with the nuclear heads and whatever. But I have something that I want you to understand. So if you look at an anthill, they are not able to fathom what we are. And we are probably not able to fathom what the other universes are, right? So it's like putting it into perspective. And when you put it into perspective, it's kind of like, okay, so what is it we're not seeing? What is it that we might be getting visitors from? What is it that we might get what is the information coming in? And I'm getting information all the time from the galactics, and I'm wondering, how can I express it to us so everybody is understanding it, Because we are here in a cosmos, and but it's not finite, it's infinite. Because if we start traveling outside of this, then there's new realities. And the same with you as a being. You are not just the reality of your being. If you go within, there's a whole life system inside of you, right? So, let's see here. Okay, so, well, Jeanette, it's interesting. The new job I joined didn't work out. Ooh. Okay, Sandy, let me see what's going on here. What was the reason why you left in the first place? Was it I feel it's almost like a better pay. Was it better pay? I'm getting, sorry guys, I'm just going back to one-on-one here. Just, let me just go in and see here with Sandy. Let's see what you're getting. Okay, Sandy, I'm sorry. Don't take this literally, but I'm getting the card schizophrenia, back and forth, okay? And that's usually when you're trying to make a decision, back and forth, okay, it was better pay. Yeah, sometimes that's not always the best thing, but you're still wondering, because of course you want to do better for yourself, right? So you're like, okay, I'll do this, but you have to go to places where you have your heart. Oh, thank you, Maria. Sandy, you have to you have to check in with your heart. Because sometimes better pay is going to give you worse circumstances, right? And I feel many times because I did that. Oh my gosh, I went from a normal job in Washington, D.C., and then I got the offer of working for an ambassador, which was double my pay. Yeah. Well, I got a job as working as a executive secretary for an ambassador, which meant I was his right hand, more or less. I was traveling wherever he went, all these countries and all these, and I can tell you that I was working 24/7, and it almost killed me. I mean, that was not even. Yes, you need to find a place that brings you joy, but Sandy, go in and find out what it is you like to do. Maybe you're in a because I'm seeing the possibilities are coming for you. So you just have to resonate with what it is that you want. In other words, you have to start resonating, and that goes for everyone here on this feed. You gotta, because when you're in a place of, oh, I need, I wish, I hope, but you're not there with your heart. When you're there with your heart, then we're talking about something completely different. Because when you're there with your heart, wherever it is you want to be, if you're already feeling it, then you're bringing it into yourself. Okay. In other words, you're manifesting it. That's one of the main principles of manifestation, is to feel it in your heart. When you feel it in your heart, and you're there, you're raising your frequency. Whoa. You're kind of disappointed. Of course you are, Sandy. I can see that. Obviously you are, but you got to look at it from another perspective. If you can do something you love to do, get your mind off of it, do something you love to do, and then go towards what it is that you really want, what it is you really are good at. Because you're getting guidance. Open up to your own guidance. You are getting guidance right now. Of course. And so, Sandy, of course, you want to find something that matches your skills? Of course. Now, let's go back to Steve. Let me feel you, because you were asking me to feel in on your energy. Justine, yes, we can set up a time for a session. Can you check my website, mydivineconnection.com, and sometime I should be available Sunday, Monday, Tuesday next week. Those okay, Steve, I just want to connect with you a little bit. I just want to see what it is, because Steve, I'm seeing you as an old warrior. I'm seeing you as an old warrior, a warrior that has fought many battles. And I don't say old in the perspective of this lifetime. I'm talking about several lifetimes. You inhabit that power. And if you look at it from another perspective, we are all living in the now, and all the so-called past lifetimes are not, they are parallel lifetimes. And Steve, I see in a parallel lifetime that you were a warrior, but you lost. And then in some way that's coming into this lifetime. And what's happening with you is that you have that power, very strong presence, but you don't know how to use it. And in some way, you're blocking yourself from using it. You're actually not allowing yourself to go there. That would be a past life regression, my dear. That would be really, or a parallel life regression. That would be something where we could bring that back in and see what it is. Because I see you as a very powerful warrior, but that you did get killed actually in that war. So let me see here. Sandy, your current co-workers are kind of difficult. Okay. Gosh, everybody wants to call me tonight, today. You know, when people are difficult towards you is because there's something within you that you can clear. I know this sounds weird, because when it doesn't bother you anymore, they can't affect you anymore. Now, it could be that they are out planning, retaliations or whatever, I don't know. Or that they feel less than you. That could be another one. They could feel less than, and then they want to get you in some way. So, oh, Stephen, okay. Okay, that could be another, that could be another reason. I can see that. But Sandy, what I want to say is, if you want to go into a deeper session, we could do that. But I feel on some level, or even clearing something that is causing you to feel that way. Because I can promise you that when people say things towards me, it's not like I have an iron wall. It just doesn't affect me anymore. What people do towards me doesn't affect me anymore. Several years ago, the person that I thought I was going to live with for my lifetime left. It affected me, but I had to clear whatever it was that was affecting me, so it didn't affect me anymore. So that is a little, and I'm grateful for whatever, because I learned a lot and I grew a lot and I'm in a different place today. But sometimes when things happen like that, like we can look at it on a political scale. That irritates me. Well, Steve, yeah, that's true. That is true, but sometimes people don't see it until it has happened. But that's okay. It was meant to be. I mean, this everything that we are going through right now is divine timing, divine guidance, and so I look at it as. Yeah, okay, guys, I know. But it taught me a whole bunch of things. And the funny part is, when he left, I was actually about to launch a program called Enlightened Relationships. And the funny thing is that the Enlightened Relationships program never was left because it was not the right thing. I was about to launch a fantastic program that I had worked on for several years. But obviously, I had missed something. Oh, Jeanette, sometimes we do. Sometimes we do because we're afraid of what might happen, or we're afraid of change, or, it's like, Jeanette, that's something that I can tell you that's something that I can tell you many times has to do with, you're in this relationship and it feels familiar. Sometimes we have kids. Yes, loss. Any enlightened being that you meet, Steve, any enlightened being that any of you meet has had a lot of loss. Sandy, if you feel that there's something that you're carrying around that is not allowing you to go forward, go on to my website, see what I can do for you, because I can work with you on clearing that. So that yes, Jeanette, I could see that. Sandy, so I just want you to know that. So don't look at it as, I just have to deal with it. No, you can actually clear it from your system so that when you get there, it's not going to affect you anymore. I'm really good at that. That's one of my best, besides being a psychic medium and a master healer, that is one of the things that. So Jeanette, sometimes I did that too with a children's father. I left and then I went back and I said, okay, I'm going to fulfill this and then I'm going to go. Thank you, Steve. And so you have a child with him, and that's a very good reason. And each one has their own path. You're welcome, thanks, Sandy. Each one has their own path. And that's what I'm saying too. If you choose to go back to him, there's a reason why you do that. Okay, well then, Jeanette, maybe you need to come and see me. or we could do it online. You don't have to come. I think you might be having a pattern that you need to clear for you to be able to open up to a different lifetime. Well, Steve, I would say, let me tune in there. Oh my goodness. A blast from the past. Hello, my dear. Yeah, it's a pattern. I see that. Christina. Oh my goodness, all the way from the east. Oh my goodness. Yes, my dears. It is a wonderful day. It is a wonderful day, and I can tell you one thing, and that is I am so happy that I'm here in this time able to do what it is that we are doing right now. Steve, yes, you're very complex. I didn't want to... if Jeanette, yes, join my group. That would be wonderful. And you are, just by coming here. Right now, you are actually joining this. I have a group where I'm going to be working with Ascension. It's an Ascension workshop that has to do with clearing the DNA, upgrading, activating. It has to do with, I'm so glad to meet you too, my dear. And it has to do with raising the frequency, opening the hearts. I mean, it is very, very powerful. Well, Steve, that might be true. I would not, because I would not say it. There are some things that I feel that, sometimes when we look at our bodies, we don't see the possibilities and the capabilities of them. Because if I work with you, for example, if I work with anyone, it is not me. I'm just channeling the energy that's coming through, but the energy that is coming into your body, it's your body that's the healer. So we have cleared a lot of things that way. I have a frequency generator as well that I work with, and I work with that so that it can assist me in the deep healing of many times its structures, its thought patterns, its emotional programming, and so on and so forth. And of course, since I'm a hypnotherapist as well, that is something that I do as well. So what does that mean? What does that mean, Steve? I don't even know what that means. But okay, my dears, I just want you to know that in this reality of the 3D and going into the 5D, okay, that's interesting. Going into the 5D, you might want to go into one of those med beds as soon as they are becoming available, because they can regenerate, they can rebuild your feet and your bones, your teeth, your skin, your organs, and everything. So that is coming out very soon. But I want you to all look at what we have just gone through has been a mass awakening. It has been pushed through to all the people that don't want to wake up, but it has been a mass awakening. And so I am thankful to COVID. I'm thankful to all that has happened, because we are literally seeing it fall apart. We are literally seeing the structure that has held us down and has enslaved us falling apart. And the light has won. And I just want you guys to understand that everything that we do, say, feel has an effect on the world, has an effect, because we are one. In the non-physical, we are one. Yes, we are one. So if we are one, I'm feeling your foot, Steve, okay? I'm feeling your this, I'm feeling this, but you have other things. You have other things, Steve, to work with, right? Maybe you want to look at something called Spooky 2. It is a frequency generator that is It's called Spooky 2. It's a Rife machine. Yes. Keep going forward, remember? Opportunity knocks. Go for it. The beings that are keeping an eye on Mother Earth. And with that, my dears, if anybody wants to connect with me, go on My Divine Connection with an xion.com, or text me or personal message me on Messenger. If you're a friend of mine, then you're on Messenger too. There are many ways to connect with me. And I'm going to be doing this as much as I can. Steve, did we do a reading for you? Or did we mess up? Oh my gosh, let me see. I just did a channeling. That's all I did. Well, I'm happy that I made your day, Jeanette. I'm happy. So much love to all of you guys. So much love. And I just want you to know, just connect with your hearts and know that what you feel is valid. And that's the way you should go. Every single time. Your heart is going to tell you what is right and what is wrong, right? And in this time here that we are going towards, we have to discern what we really feel is. Are we on the fear or are we on the love side? Try to stay on the love side. If we make decisions from fear, okay, understand it. It is okay. It is okay if we make decisions on fear. But try to shift it over to be decisions made by love, through love. Okay, love you guys. Okay, you have a great day.